Move by some NATO members to let Kyiv strike Russia with their arms is a dangerous escalation, Kremlin says. Reuters. The Kremlin said on Friday that it had noted some Western countries' statements at this week's NATO summit permitting Kyiv to use arms they had supplied to strike Russian territory in a move it called a dangerous escalation. Ukraine's top presidential aide Andriy Yermak on Thursday called for an end to restrictions imposed on the use of Allied-supplied weapons against targets deep inside Russia, saying it would be a game changer in fighting Moscow. We see statements by representatives of So.00. Below are your comments. Russia just wants the war their way. I can hit you but you can't hit me back. That is a fair war to the Russians. We fought a similar war in Vietnam where the military was restricted from striking enemy targets. You can't stay safe or even win if you can't play the same game as your enemy. See more. So if Ukraine stops playing defense and plays offense, it's escalating sounds like someone feels entitled to an unfair advantage. If Russia doesn't Ukraine to use Western weapon to launch inside Moscow, then why is Russia using North Korea and China weapon to launch missiles and Iran-made drone to hit Ukraine? So Putin know that Russian can die. Fire for fire, Putin wants war, so the West too won't relent. Baloney. This is not World War II. The existence of the Russian Federation is not at stake. The Russian Federation will still continue to exist after the war. If the West wanted to dismantle Russia, it would have done so when the USSR imploded. Instead, it helped Russia secure its nukes and convinced Ukraine to give up its. Putin knows this and so do Western leaders. The West actually pictured Russia as a stabilizing force in Europe. Russia is trying to seize Ukrainian territory. If Putin would remove his soldiers tomorrow, the war would stop. The war was a pure land grab from the beginning, starting with trying to take Kyiv, which failed spectacularly, and then bleep civilians to get a land bridge to Crimea. Putin is afraid that he will be forced out of power if his land grab fails. Or that the citizens of Belarus will start getting EU aspirations. Or maybe even everyday Russians. Maybe all three. Putin is afraid of a democratic country next door to his dictatorship. Hence, the threats, nuclear and otherwise. Why not let Ukraine take the pain to Russian soil? Perhaps Russians will put pressure on their emperor to end the war. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.